What's up, beautiful people? I know it's been a while. It's been quite some time since we've spoken and we've had sit down energy with each other. But I really just wanted to come to you all and just do an energy check-in, just a soulful check-in, a heart-based check-in. There's a lot of fleeting emotional energy that is happening right now, not only for myself, which is kind of what prompted me to cut the camera on, but this message is going to be for my people who are in this space where you are in the waiting season for your someone. I want to send you some love and let you know that I know it's hard. And this is especially for the ones who have this great desire for companionship. You have this great desire to be loved. You have this great desire for a kingdom spouse. You have this great desire for someone you can share life with. I just want to let you know, whatever it is that you are praying for, whatever you're asking God for in reference to partnership, companionship, love, understanding, don't be embarrassed. Don't feel guilted. Don't feel shamed. It is natural that your body temple desires to be in companionship, right? And we have to get in this space where we appreciate the dry spells and the dry seasons, just like we appreciate the energy in the seasons where we are highly sought after. I find myself often in this space where I attract a lot of mysterious people, right? And I find a lot of mysterious people very attractive. People who don't really wear all of their emotions on the forefront, wear all of their emotions on their face, in their energy, right in your face. And it's very intriguing for me to not be able to figure somebody out, and I know that it's a very thin line when it comes down to that, because God doesn't operate in confusion, but the enemy does. And so you have to be very careful what you intend to feed energy into, especially when you know that your flesh is desiring something, right? It's completely natural that your flesh is desiring companionship. It's completely natural that your flesh is yearning to have sex. It's completely natural that you want to be kissed, you want to be hugged, you want to be touched, you want to be felt, you want to be nurtured, right? But it's also very important to recognize that not everybody deserves that energy from you. And take your time, man. Take your time. Be patient, right? We come from this energy on this channel consistently focused on relationship energy and self-love and putting yourself first and all of the dynamics that play out with third parties and all of these things, right, that can take place when a person is not fully ready to walk into a space of commitment with you. But I urge you to take a stance of really understanding eternally what it is you want to experience, right? If you think about having a relationship from an eternal perspective, doing life with somebody is a really long time, right? And this is why we can't be fickle in entertaining the first next best thing that's hopping on our bandwagon, right? What do we want? What is the value? Where do the values align? Do we align spiritually? Do we align emotionally? Is this person emotionally available? Am I showing up emotionally available? These are the things that I feel are really groundbreaking questions in reference to asking yourself if a person is right for you, because anybody can show up. Anybody can show up. I got this one reel that I posted on IG around Christmas time where it was when you pray to God about what you want, but you wasn't specific.
Wishing me a new nigga, wishing me a new nigga, wishing me a new nigga, and a happy new year.
Baby, anybody started showing up. Everybody started showing up, you know? And so you have to be really careful of that thing. But like, I'm really in this space where I'm like desiring to be touched, to be felt, to be heard, to be listened to be coddled, to be loved. Like, I want a husband. But the candidates that be showing up be like, you say you want a husband, why you ain't dating me? Why you ain't calling me back? Why you ain't texting me back? Baby, blown that I don't want you. But the reality is, like, you have to learn to be patient in the processes of what it is you are asking God for. And let me tell you, that's not a really easy task. That's not a really easy task when you know. It's like, I remember Drake saying something like, basically like, how can you know who for you when anybody will go with you? You know what I mean? But it's like, really be patient and selective about who you are giving your time, your space, your energy to, right? Curiosity kills the cat, right? That's an urban saying. But really and truly, love fiercely. You know, if you're gonna put yourself out there, be honest, be vulnerable about what it is that you require, right? Because I feel like often too much, we put ourselves in dynamics and spaces where we know what we want, right? At least we kind of got an idea. But it could halfway show up right and still be missing some key values or key points on what it is that we do want. And then we find ourselves lost in the sauce, lost in the mix. Maybe the partner we attracted is somebody that's manipulative. Maybe they only enjoy our attention and our time when it's good for them. And then they pull their energy back. And then it's kind of like, well, what happened? You was just on my top, right? You was just entertaining me. You were just interested. Like, what happened in the mix between you entertaining me and then getting a breather? Like, your breather turned into you deep diving, like, and you never came back up for water. What is happening? Are you all right down there? And it's just kind of like, this is why it's important to be very selective in who you choose to indulge in, right? Because emotions are very fleeting, y'all. Emotions are very they are very misleading, right? Your heart is very easy to mislead you, right? When you think, when your flesh and your body is saying, I want somebody, I want to be hugged, I want to be loved, I want to be touched, I want somebody to make me laugh, I want conversation, I want to hang out, I want to go out for drinks, all of these things. And then people show up available in these spaces, but they don't have any real soil to bring to your garden, right? Be very careful of the soil that you allow to be placed in your garden, because especially if you are in a season of growth, you're going to be planting seeds in those areas, right? Because not only are we wanting to grow and elevate in our careers, but when you start elevating in your career, you want to grow and elevate in your family life. You want to grow and elevate in your relationship sector. You want to grow and elevate in your community, in your friendships, in your groups, and your people that you are connecting yourself and your energy to, right? So I just urge you to take a pause, take a breather, take a minute, right? While you have all of these opportunities that are coming in, while you are attracting all of these people who want to be a part of your world, while you are even finding people whose world you may be curious about and want to be a part of theirs. Be very discerning in the seasons in which you find your desires flying heavy and flying deep. Because the last thing you want to do is tie yourself eternally to something that is not good for you, right? Or tie yourself even to something in a season, right? Because a season being tied to somebody, the wrong person, that is not pouring into you the way that you are pouring into them, can reap such detrimental fruit. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take too much of y'all's time. I love you. I hope that you have been doing well. I know that this journey that I've been on since, renouncing my whole tarot card and spiritual reading, business and just practice, and coming back to Jesus has turned a lot of people off. I've gotten numerous unfollows and unsubscribes, which is completely okay too, because I'm not gonna subscribe to no energy that I don't subscribe to in real life, right? And so that's completely okay. But I just want you to know, if you are still here and if you are still watching, I'm still praying for you. I'm still hoping that you do find your lover or your kingdom spouse in that person who we used to talk about all of the time in those readings, who I was trying to be a source of healing and hope that you will find love, and that you will find healthy love, right? Healthy love is the goal. So, be aware, empaths and people who are very deep felt in your energetic, emotional energy. Be very discerning, because in the seasons in which you have, or you decide to take space away from the world and away from people, you will attract narcissistic energy. You will attract people who want your energy or your attention just because they know you're gonna give it, right? Just because they know you can see a need and you're gonna show up, right? And so just be very discerning. I just wanted to send y'all that message. I love you. I know that God does not have us waiting in vain. He will never forsake us. And I just pray that you do find happiness, and in your seasons where you are being challenged and you are finding yourself being tempted by multiple options and multiple opportunities, that you do give yourself the space to understand that your life is just not this fleshly life. It is a soulfully eternal experience. And I hope that this message finds you in love. In Jesus' name, I'll talk to you later.